Madam Prime Minister, thank you very much for speaking with ANI. We look forward to your visit to India in September. Could you tell us a little bit about what are your priorities in this visit? It is certain to bring India and Bangladesh closer, but what are your priorities?
Well, look, India is our tested friend. We always remember their contribution during our 1971 war. And besides that, even 1975, when we lost all my family members, so the then Prime Minister, she gave us shelter in India. Besides that, you see, this two countries, we are neighbor, close to neighbor, and I always give importance and priority to friendship with our neighboring country, because I feel that this friendship will give us, it is not only leadership, no, it is for the people. So our priority definitely will be to bring good wishes and goodwill to the Indian people and the Prime Minister, President. You have new elected President also, and how to improve our business, trade, and our bondies. That is important. And my visit, it is important, and I really thanks to Prime Minister Modi and also your Honorable President, both of them visited Bangladesh. When we are celebrating our Father of the Nation birth centenary and also our independence, 50 years of our Independence Day, and our friendship with India. India recognized Bangladesh early one, so that bond is, I think that is our main priority, that their visit at such a time, even that time there was a COVID-19, but this pandemic, but beside that, both of them honor us, honor our people, and that visit really give us a tremendous,
Ma'am, you spoke about trade relations between the two countries. India is the second largest trading partner. That makes it a little sensitive issue for many Indians who feel that, oh, we should be the largest trading partner of Bangladesh. But you are sandwiched between, you're a smaller nation sandwiched between these two giants, if I may say, India and China. And I'm sure you're asked this many times by the Western media, that how do you balance the relationship?
Our foreign policy is very clear. Friendship to all, malice to none, which my father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, he uttered this in his address in UNO, and we follow his ideology. And my point is that we should focus on our people, how to give them a better life, how to improve their life. And I always saying that we have only one enemy, that is poverty. So let us work together how to eradicate poverty, how to keep our people from South Asia and also China, India, everywhere where there is the downtrodden people, we should ensure them a better life, fulfill their basic needs. And I always feel that, yes, if there is any problem, it is between China and India. But I don't want to poke my nose to that. I want development of my country. And that's because India is our just next door neighbor. We have very good relationship. We had many bilateral, many problems, is true, but we solved many problems. You know that sharing of Ganges water, then our land boundary, maritime boundary, then we had refugees in India for 2 decades. I brought them back, settled them down when I signed Chittagong Hill Tracts Peace Accord. So that way, and also, which is very, very important, I feel that exchanging the enclave, this is very, very important. Many countries, they just fight between themselves. But we didn't do it. With a friendly gesture, we solved this land boundary and also exchanged our enclaves. And I really thanks to all the members of the parliament and Indian government that they passed that law, and we could have solved it. So it's yes, many people, especially Western world, they always ask me this question. But my point is, both India and China, I feel that we shouldn't fight. We should, if there is any problem with neighboring country, it can be solved bilaterally. That is very, very important. Yes, when you are living just side by side, some problem will come up or remain, or you can solve it. So yes, still we have little bit,
issues. Yes.
Issues, but I think that we will continue our dialogue, and we should solve ourselves. And for our development, we need cooperation from any country who offer us, which is, of course, which is suitable for our country. So that way.
Okay, ma'am, for Prime Minister Modi, his neighborhood first policy and the Look East, Act East policies. Now, these two are very integral to the foreign policy. Recently, the Indian External Affairs Minister was here, and you offered the Chittagong port. Do you see, more connectivity happening, more robust connectivity happening in this region between India and the northeast of India and Bangladesh via the Chittagong port?
As you know that during my first tenure, I opened my door. The bus service started. Bajpayee was in Prime Minister. That first we started, and gradually then this connectivity we started. Now we have Chittagong port and Mongla port. I think 2018 we signed the agreement and we started it, and now it is materializing. So that will give India an opportunity for their export, import, as well as Bangladesh will be also beneficiary. And not only that, I also offer Chittagong airport. They can use, even we have our Sylhet airport. Both airports are international airports, and I am developing another airport, that is Sohitpur airport. The Sohitpur airport, that will be a regional airport, I declare that. So anybody, it's not only India, Nepal, Bhutan, all the countries, they can use my port, airports.
Yeah, ma'am, you've worked ceaselessly, tirelessly for the economic upliftment of your people, especially, in the rural areas. In India, many are seeing that, the SIPA, that is this Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement, if that fructifies, it will improve the economic conditions, the industry in your country, and improve, even for the urban population, it will improve the conditions. Do you see SIPA fructifying in this visit of yours?
We'll discuss this matter, how to materialize it properly, and then definitely I feel that any kind of cooperation that will enhance our relationship, and also economically people will be beneficiary.
I'm going to move in the same line. You have gone through so much of trauma in your personal life. Your family was assassinated. While many of us remember that phase of the 70s and 80s, there are many young Indians who are not aware. Ma'am, in your own words, could you tell me what you faced in those years?
1971, when war started, my father was arrested. My mother was in custody, me too, and I was expecting my first baby. But I thanks to India government, India people, India, they supported our,
War of Independence.
War of Liberation. They not only supported War of Liberation, also they gave shelter our refugees all. Then comes 1975. It was so suddenly it happened. Only 15 days ago, my sister and myself, we left the country. I went to Germany, where my husband, he was the nuclear scientist. He was doing his post-PhD research there. So we just went there just for few days, couple of months.
Now
but suddenly,
I'm sorry to interrupt. What was your last meeting with your father before you left?
It is 30th July.
You remember that clearly?
Yeah.
Your mother and father?
Mother, father, everybody.
Brothers.
I was to as because my husband was abroad, so I used to live in the same house. So that day, everybody was there. My father, mother, my three brothers, two newly wedded sister-in-laws. Everybody was there. So all of siblings and their spouse, they came to the airport to see us off, and we met father and mother. That was the last day. Yeah. Then 15th August in the morning, we heard this news, but we couldn't believe it. It was really unbelievable that any Bengali could do it. And still we didn't know what really happened. Only there was a coup, and then we heard that my father was assassinated, but we didn't know that all the family members were, they were assassinated. But that time, Mrs. Gandhi immediately sent information that she wanted to give us, security and shelter. So we received, especially from Marshal Tito from Yugoslavia and Mrs. Gandhi, and we decided to come back here because we had in our mind that if we go to Delhi, from Delhi we will be able to go back to our country, and then we will be able to know how many members of family still alive.
How do you cope with that, ma'am, to know that your entire family is wiped out?
It's a very difficult time. When I heard this news, the ambassador, Germany, Mr. Humayun Rashid Chaudhry, he called me alone and then he told me. For a few moments I didn't know where I was, but I thought about my sister. She is 10 years younger than me, so actually I thought how she will take it. It is so difficult for her. Then when we returned to Delhi, at first they put us in a house with all security because they are also worried about us.
Did you feel that you could be a target at that stage?
There was news like this because those who killed our parents after their attack 3 houses at a time.
To find you?
No, to kill members, like my father's sister, 2 sisters' house, and they killed family members simultaneously.
How many members were killed, ma'am?
Almost 18 members, and mostly my relatives, and then some maid servant, their children, there were some guests, my uncle.
So it was to see that nobody from Bangabandhu's family ever comes back to power, right?
Exactly. My